maybe it. Just today. It's only been cold today. So you can run through, the rest of the forms. Then we'll do maybe some, interpreting movements in the form, so that, even though your kids are really young and we want to kind of understand what the movements are for, because class is fairly small, we can actually go through, some of those techniques. So, but yeah, go through a couple more forms first and see. So is everybody's about the same level, I think. You're all, fifth one. Yeah. So, yeah, do fifth sequence, and then we'll go back and we'll look at some of the different forms, where they have common techniques in the different forms that become fundamentals. Fifth form, gung Kuen. Yeah. Yeah. So this is just like 5 stances, the same opening. Well, these are the movements we use in the 5 stances. It's really from this form. Salute. Step. Lift. Diagonal strike. Lift. Palm. Elbow. Poke. Cut. 1, 2, 3. Corner back fist. Step. Trapping hand. Okay, so we just go through the section. Yeah. Cut. Palm. Elbow. Thrust. Cut. Push. Pull. 1, 2. Step. Dragon. 3 times. Divert. Dragon. Turn. Grab. Dragon. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 4. 1, 2, 3. Cut. Thrust. Open. Push. Set it up. Hook. Strike. Uppercut. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1. Cutting hand. Push. Butterfly palm. 1. Cover. Pick. Slice. Butterfly. Push. Cover. Elbow. 1, 2, 3. Slice. Sweep. Turn. Double block. 1, 2, 3. Double back fist. Cutting hand. Thrust. Open. Push. 1, 2, 3, 4. Elbow. Roll. Back fist. Diagonal strike. 1, 2, 3. Sliding step. Punch. 1, 2. 1, 2, 3. Okay, deep breathing. So what are some common movements in the up to the fourth form, or even up into the fifth form? So you notice that there are low blocks, middle blocks, high blocks, right? Those are basic. We have them here in different formats. Double block, that's this one, right? You have it in second form, and you have it, in the fifth form. Do we have this anywhere else? Do we have this in the fourth form? Double block. Thinking about it. No. Do we? Yeah. Do we have the Song Gung Siu in the fourth form? The second form we have it. But in the fourth form, what do we have? We have this, and then we have double back fist. So back fist is, everybody know what a back fist is? Do you know what a back fist is? Other than the name, what does it actually mean? It means, just as its name, the back of the fist. So when we use the back of the fist, this is how it works. So we have 5 stance. We have the high back fist, we have the corner back fist, and we have the shoulder level back fist, right? So that's a horizontal elbow. And typically, if you're in an en garde position like this, in the fourth form you have this, right? But it looks a little bit different because you're doing this. And then you either go like this, or you would go like this. Right? So that's the motion. So a technique here would be you block like this, and then strike like this. Or block like this, and strike like that. Okay, so when we're doing the forms, it's just to kind of house those movements. You actually can practice them separately. When you do this, and you do this over and over again, you learn to use that movement. So what's this? It's a press, right? You have it in the front of the form, and you do this. So when you press like this, we have movements that open like this, right? What is that? That's protecting your center. So if my hand is here, it's down here, and I open, that becomes a block. If I'm here and I turn, that changes the way the movement is applied. So when I'm here and I turn, then I'm in this position. Right? So I'm facing my opponent now, and then you would use your straight punch. So in the fourth form, there's a lot of straight punches, and you have transitions that move, like in Gung Kuen, from a low position to a middle position to a high position, right? So would you recognize that? When we're like this, you have 4 different movements, right? 1, 2, 3, 4. So that's what you have to understand as a technique. When your hands are like this, you're pressing or you're turning. When you're like this, you're lifting. Okay, and if you're in this position, you can go both directions, because when I'm here and I go this way, and then I go this way, there's the 2 blocks. If I go like this, and then I bring this hand like in the fourth form, and turn like this, that's using it in 2 directions. So this is just a position. When we open the hands like this, the option is to go right or left. Now my hands go like this. The simplest way to see that is, if I go this way, it intercepts that way. If I go the other way, it intercepts that way, right? So it's efficiency. You just go right to left. Typically, in any martial art, you usually go right or left, forward and back, right? Up and down, right? So up and down is this. If he punches to my face, I go up. He punches to my belly, I go down. He punches to the middle, and that's all there is. You just go from one position to the next. So when we're doing these movements in the form or in the fundamentals, that's what we're using. So what are you learning? You're learning how to move from one position to the next, from the movement that's preceding it. So if my hands are up here, then I can do this, I can do this, I can do this. and they're all from the same position. So that becomes how you respond. Because if I go like this, and then I stop, and then I reset, and I stop, you're always moving from a different place. But from here, I'm holding this, so that's sustaining your position. So when you go to a position and you stop, then you relax, right? In order to move, you have to relax. If I hold this intense and he punches, then I can't react because I'm tense. So you have to let go. Block, and I sink my elbow. That's all you have to do. Because, a lot of times in situations you don't know what to do because you only want to protect yourself. So the thing is, if you know these basic blocks, then your hands just will go up, go down, in, up like this. That's all I do. It's 1, 2, 1, 2. So do you have this movement? 1, 2, 1, 2. You see this? So it comes in different, variations. So if I'm here and I go like this, like in the fourth form, you do this, right? When I go like this, you have this movement in the third form. Do you know where it shows up in the third form? Right? That's a vertical elbow. So if I'm here and I turn, and then I turn, that becomes those movements in the third form. So to apply techniques, the more basic it is, the more effective or easier to apply. Some of these complicated movements that you see, it's something that's patterns, but really when you're here, this is your dragon or just a punch. So just think of the movement as coming in like that. If he punches again, you have this. So between this and this, you build the coordination. The hand is going like this and it's going like this, right? So if someone were to punch towards your head, you just have to go up. But hold it there, but not tight. When he strikes, you're like this. So I think maybe if you practice that with someone like your sister, or if you're in class, if you practice these basic movements, high, drop your elbows middle, high, middle, he goes low. I have the option of doing this. You see this movement? This is this movement. So when you see the movements, you start to recognize them. But it's not a reflex, because when he punches, I have to go right away. See? As soon as you block, you have to strike or respond. So that's where your reflex comes in. So when you do your forms, the better you do them, the better position you'll have when you do your block. Now when you say, well, when we do the forms, it's only like this, and you're just running through motions. But actually, when he throws a punch and I'm here, I have to actually maybe move to the side, because the punch is here, and I'm going to kind of avoid it. Or I sidestep. I move like this. So when we move, you have to practice sort of weaving. So that happens when you're here, right? You don't really block here. You're blocking here, because you move from here to here. You move from here to here. So if you understand, that's called a transition. So when you block, your hand is really to the side and to the shoulder. See, it's really not dead center, because we turn. It's relative center, right? So when we're here, this is your position. If he swung his arm around to the chest, this is my position. This is my strike. If he punched here, there's your cutting hand. Okay, if he punched again, there's your palm. You see, so those are just variations and combinations that you've learned. When you're back fist, you have this hand here, right? So why is that there? Because when he punches, I'm doing that. So when I press, I turn and strike. That's the form, right? So I'm trying to show you when you do the form, what you actually will be doing. Did you see that? Trap, open, strike. That's the breakdown in the slow motion part of it. Trap, that's intercepting, pressing, control. This controls this to back this. So that's, when you practice the movement. So here's your horse stance turning. Here's your horse stance turning. So this is like this, 90 degrees to here. This is like this in the same plane. This is switching, turning the back fist. This is here, but then I turn to here. And then I punch like this. You see, so when we're here to here to here in the form, it's really just practicing the action. So a trap to this becomes a trap to this. That's what you're practicing, the cutting hand and then the palm. But it doesn't work like that, because when I'm here and I trap, I have to step. Right, because I have to change direction. So here, 1, 2, this goes to the elbow, and this goes to the stomach. Now, why does this go to the elbow? Because this elbow is going to come like that. So in order to control that, I have to do this and then push. You see, so there's a reason why your two hands have to work together. So when you do a trapping hand and you cut and you palm, the opening and this become part of the movement when we transition or go to the other side. This hand learns how to do that. So when does this hand move here? When we're doing this, right? So don't forget the second hand. So let's, you want to just work with a couple of real basic things. First thing you do is, it's called the same image against the same image, right? So if he does a high block, I do a high block. He does a low block, I do a low block. He does a dragon, I do a dragon. Okay, he does a low punch, I can do a low punch. He does a low block and a low block, and it's like that. So if you do those, you start to get familiar with your space. And if you do it as a drill for arm pounding, leg pounding, it looks like this. Well, just arm pounding. 1, 2, 3, right? 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. The basic 3 movements is 1, 2, 3. So this is trap, right? This is middle. If you follow, it could be a cut. We're just going to middle and high. Okay, you just go trap. 1, 2, 3. So 3 movements. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Now you could do as hard as you want to train, or you could just go through the motions and do it light. So this is called Samsing 3-stop. And when you do this, it can go faster. We're not going to hit, but see. So once your hands get familiar, then you can move. And then you can do another one. So let's try that first. And you're in the stance. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. One of the things that helps you do is move your torso. If you just stand there rigid and go 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, then you're not using your legs. You have to use your legs, right? So let's try. Let's get a partner. Eric, you want to work with her? Yeah. Yeah, with Don. And then you guys can work. You want to work with together? Or you want to work? You want to work with her? Sure. And then you can work with. You want to work with your sister, or you rather work with? Okay, doesn't matter. Okay. So you want to try with me first? I'll do it with you. Ready? Horse stance. 1, 2, 3. 1. Inside. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. No. 1, 2, 3. So you know the patterns from the form, but this one's a little bit different. So this trapping hand. Middle block. Drop on the other way. Yeah. 1, 2. Other way. 3. Right. 1, 2, 3. Okay. 3. So you have to build that pattern. Ready? 1. Wow. 2, 3. Trying to break my arm here. 1, 3. Sink down the stance. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Okay, do it on him, but take it easy on him. Okay. Do it soft first because you're going to be all bruised and black and blue if you don't do it soft. You can get a little closer. Yeah. Yeah. So what you try to do is develop pretty good form too. So when we're here, we wrap. And your target is in here, so you try to move it up and down your arm. So he's taller, so you have to either he goes in a lower stance, and you try to cross. So it's called crossing bridges, so you can intercept. Yeah, take it easy. That becomes what do you call it? Domestic violence. Is he doing ballroom dancing or is he doing Tai Chi stepping? He's Don's dad. Oh yeah. Okay. So you can try to vary it or cross so that you have even. She's trying to use the muzzle, so you have surfaces. So you can use that part, edge of the hand, and the edge of the arm. So you can, because when I'm like this, we're here, right? Then we're here, then here. So let it swing. 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. So your hand will kind of know if this goes down, you want to be so that this hand is alive and it knows the space. Yeah, good. Okay, good. So you get familiar with that. We can do some of that sometimes. And then let's try doing this. Right. So we're going to go from a regular stance, neutral stance facing each other, and we're going to do 2 high blocks. Ready? So we step, go. And then you reset. Other side, go. 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 So, because if we just stand here and do that, then it doesn't give you a reaction. It doesn't teach you how to move your feet. Because we have to learn how to move our feet. We're doing that already. Right? So we have to start from here. Can we make a transition? So I actually have to, when we both go together, I have to go. So there's a setup. We know when we do this, we're turning that way. When I'm here, I turn that way. So when you're doing this, you have to spontaneous. When he moves, you have to go into your position. Then when you see something, he goes high toward the punch. I can move. I can change my stance. If I go in the opposite way, see, then it's this way. So you have to be able to switch your feet. So it's part of footwork, your agility. So try that a few times. So you start slowly. I was just showing you that you can speed it up, but first do it slowly because you have to process it first. Understand what the movement is, and then learn and relax. You have to turn. See what? I'll do it with her. So you have to turn, right? So let's do the right side. So I turn this way. I turn this way. So here's a tip. Here's a tip. Because this goes this way, and this goes this way. If you're just doing this, most likely it's not going to be as effective. So because it's turning this way, I have to turn this way first. So turn left to go right to go left. That'll teach you. And that applies to low and high, because when we do this, depends on which side you're using, right? Gung Kuen. But low block, yeah. Start off in the back stance. We'll watch neutral position. And in fact, if you take it slow, so that means if you're going to use this hand, you turn this way, and then turn this way. Yep. Yeah. Yeah. That's it. And turn your body more. Now go up. Yeah. Then you try to cross your hands. And it's just for positioning and respond. Yeah. And feeling and see if you have structure. See if you have structure, integrity. Turn. Lift. Are you doing dragon? So dragon, it's chun. Yeah. Oh, yeah. So when you do dragon, yeah. So you meet his arm, then you turn. So when you do it slowly. I because he's stronger than you, right? So when you first meet, but see, because why? Because you didn't do this, and you didn't do this. The elbows in, the shoulders this way. Now you have a triangle. When you're like this, you have no strength. It's yeah. So block, yeah. So when you enter it like this, watch. See, when I block like this, I don't have the strength. I'm over there. It's when I turn. So between my leg here, my torso here, I create the strength. You just have to. Okay, I'll do it. See, you push, right? Push my arm. See, you see how I move, because it's like that. Now you do the same. Turn toward me with that shoulder. Now you have strength. But you don't want to put too much strength in your arm, because this is what happens. You turn, push for. So you know what happens in application? Be like this. You push, right? So it becomes borrowed strength. So when we're here, just position, and you can step back and come in again. Right? You feel it? Yeah, that's chun. That's a dragon. Yeah. Yeah, you're in dragon, you can do the dragon. Dragon is this. But your right side's going to be better than your left, because the forms, mostly you're learning the right. But because it's a technique that's in the form and you practice, you have to practice both sides. Gung Kuen does both sides. But when you in the early form, you're doing it on one side. But most people that are righty, you would use your right side dragon. That's your, when he throw, okay, let's do a dragon. Right, we're here. Ready, go. Right, so you put some pressure there. Bring the shoulder here. Yeah. And then there's your position. So if I do it with Rob, we just hit. Okay, we switch. Not bad for an old man. No, because see, oops, sorry. When you're in a position, it's your structure, and this is the one you learn. You relax, other side, relax, and then you turn the shoulder toward me. Yeah. So then you have position, and you have position of strength. Yeah. But the only way is to feel it. Right now we're feeling, we go into position, we don't really feel it. It's just there. But when you're doing this, in reality, when you do this, it becomes this or this, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, or 1, 2. You see? Just out of fourth form, right? 1, 2, 3, 4. There's your palm. Yeah, I suppose so. Actually, John Landau, one time he was on a subway and some guy did something, and he just did a movement. The guy flew across, hit the other side of the subway, the train. But he said that was just something he'd never expected. John Landau, he's in one of the black belts in the class here, because he takes the subway all the time. He wasn't probably even really thinking about it. Yeah, he wasn't thinking about it because just something the guy just went like that, and he said the guy was just yeah. So, but that's what we're doing, is trying to simulate motion. You simulate motion. This is another. We should practice each class with some of those. Okay, so let's try this. Those are drills that you can do when you're in class, or if you come a little earlier, you do them. But this is really something that we should really understand. Like when we're in a position like this, that's on guard position, right? So this is an on guard position. So this is neutral, when you're neutral. So when you do your vertical middle block, in the form it's like this, right? It comes to center. That's your inside the dragon. So when we're in this way, it goes this way. When he comes again with the other side, you go this way. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. So I'm just in a neutral stance here. 1, 2, 3, 4. And you're doing this to get familiar, because a lot of times if you're in a situation, this is training with our legs to build the coordination. But typically, if something comes to your center, you only have an opportunity to do this, and you're in this shoulder stance. And then if you had to go back the other way, it just does this. But you just have to remember that in self-defense, when you intercept, you have to right away use your punch, because you don't have an opportunity to wait for his next punch. You don't want to do that. You want, as soon as you want to, right off the bat, boom. Yeah. So all the movements that you have, the uppercuts, those are the same thing. But I know, there's a lot of violence out there today, so it's good for you guys to understand that we're doing this, ultimately as a self-defense, but it's not going to be a self-defense practice if you're not understanding what it's for. But, we're not training to go out there and start anything, but if something comes at you, you have to react, and react properly. High blocks, low blocks, middle blocks. Out in California, there's a lot of crazy stuff going on. Well, when your hands get fast enough, you can steal $900 worth of stuff and not have a problem. But anyways, yeah, so this if you just stand on, without just doing a form, learn this movement as your middle block, and then dragon, block, dragon, block, dragon, block, dragon. They're just names of motions, but the action is this. So you're protecting your center line. Yeah, protect your center line. You can just use one, right? That this is dragon, we do the other side is dragon. But because what are you, right or left, you would use one, come again, two, come again, come again. Yeah. So here's what happens. Go this way, boom. Go again. Huh? Go. 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 Okay, go from here, right? Okay, now I'm going to go over here. You're going to go this way. Go this way. No, not use the same side. Two.
Okay. Okay.
Ready? 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 So, same. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. So I'm just getting you to react. React. React.
Okay.
React. Don't overreact. Go. Go.
Okay.
Go.
Wait, what? Okay.
Hey.
But
No.
then it would be like this. Okay.
No, just all you do is this. Okay, you do. Just come here.
Confusing.
One. Again. Do the other hand. Punch here.
Punch?
To here.
Oh.
No, the other hand.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. You're alternating. But I'm doing this.
Oh, okay. Okay.
I'm doing this. Right. One. So I'm just showing you economy of movement. You don't need to do this full movement. It's the position. If I do the full movement, I'm doing this is my full movement. Dragon. Pull down. Whoops. Dragon. But if I'm doing a full movement, I'm doing this. I'm doing a partial movement to do this. See? So that's a partial movement. Dragon, cover, push. This is 1, 2, 3. So this is, this one, the low block, this. We go 1, 2, 3. Right? That's what you're doing. 1, 2, 3. If I do this 1, 2, it's that. Becomes that and that. So dragon, Chillen Shui is that. So just learn to build continuity of movement. Get a few basic things under your belt, and then you can rely on those. A lot of times someone might grab your arm, and this is what you have to do. This. Yeah. So that's your closing movement. Your closing movement is this. You come to here and press down. So if I grab your wrist, what do? Fold, and press.
Oh, okay.
One. Yeah, press. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So the movement there is do it slowly. 1, 2, and press. Right? But you're too far away.
Oh.
Right? So if you want to have some pressure, right? You move in
Oh, okay.
a little bit, so because you don't want to be going like that.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Okay. So, step in. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Step in as you're ready to sink, like.
Oh, okay.
Right?
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. And then when you then do this, boom, boom,
Okay.
horse dance. Yeah. Right. You grab, right?
Uh-huh. Okay. Yeah.
Boom. Right.
Okay.
Right. See what yeah. What's the question? Upper? Yeah. Yeah, you can. But he go underneath. If I go underneath, he bends or sinks. See, my hand's like this, right? Well, right now he can't go under. Say it's just like this, and he goes low. See, so if I go like this, See, because here, see, once here, if he goes low, I'm crossing. See. So if he punches, see. Yeah, it's just adjustment. See, if I'm here, right, I sink, because if he comes to here, my hand's here, I just drop my shoulder. I drop my shoulder, and this goes here. But if he pulls that back, and he pulls that back, that comes like this. You see? So between this and this, 1, 2, 1, 2. That's so if you block, right? Boom. Yeah. You see that? So you strike. Yeah. So okay, we're gonna line up. But for this is one of the most powerful movements. The diagonal strike. Yeah. That usually. So if you high block, he comes. Doesn't matter. He punches. Boom. You see. If you go again, you strike. If you boom, and then boom. So this boom, boom, boom. Just those 3 movements. Strike. This is the hit here. If he goes on from the other side, this is the hit here. This is the hit here. So diagonal strike to here. See, and then here to the neck. So hopefully you won't have to use this, but if you do, go for those targets here and here. Okay, ready? We'll bow. Salute. It's called form and function. Form and function. Okay. Okay, we'll line up. Okay, so we'll bow in. Stephen, you want to do it or want to do it? Okay. Or